Hello everyone, and welcome back to yet again another video. So, this is a very new video of mine that I haven't done in a very long time now. The last time that I made one of these audios where I talk about what's been going on recently was over 8 months ago. And then before that one, a year ago, and same with the rest of the audios. So, I've basically not talked about what's been going on in my life for about a year, regardless of how you look at it. And I tell you, in 8 months, a lot of shit has happened. Especially in specifically the last, 5 months, a lot of shit has definitely happened. And I posted on my YouTube community tabs a post that says, might make a storytime video talking about what I've been up to for the last 5 months now. A lot has happened recently. It'll be just an audio to listen to in your free time. Smiley face. And so, here I am. I'm in my bedroom recording this audio. And I have a monster on my table here, because I haven't had a Monster Zero Sugar in a long time. And so, without further ado, I guess we can go in chronological order, which, to look at it in like a time frame, we can look at my videos I posted on my channel as a good way of what was going on in my life, from videos at least. So the video titled I'm the Happiest Man Alive, which I posted 3 months ago, which I think the video was posted specifically March, I think 19th or 18th or something like that. And then the next video titled Moving Out, which is posted March 27th or 28th, something like that. That is the day that I had moved out of the house. Now, here's the thing though, right? Most people in this life, they move out of their parents' house once they're old enough and had enough money, like maybe they're 22 or 23. They've been working since they were, 16, 15, whatever. So they've been saving up money for years now, and maybe even got a better job that pays even more money, right? And then maybe if they're like, hey man, hey mom and dad, I need, a little bit more funding from you guys to be able to move out into an apartment, That's what most people do. That's how most normal people with normal lives move out of the house. That's most times of often, right? Or either maybe they have a partner of some type, or they're again, 23, 22, 25 maybe, both people working, and they're like, hey, I'm going to move out with my partner now. That's usually how it goes. My situation was a lot more different, because I didn't ever get any funding from my parents, nor did I have the money to get an apartment. No, I had decent money. I had over $2,000 in my account, but still not enough to have an apartment, to at least pay for the utilities and shit of it, right? And even then, I don't have a car, because cars are expensive, and you can't just buy a car. And it's not like I could have asked my parents, hey man, I want you to give me over $100,000 to have a car. So even if I did have the money to get an apartment, I don't have a vehicle to drive anything for. And even then, even if I did have an apartment and I had everything moved over, maybe with the help of other people, I still don't have a way of transportation to get to and from work. Because my work was a decent 25-minute drive, I'd probably say. So, even if I had money for one of them, I kind of need the other one. So I didn't have money for anything. But I still moved out, though, of course. Because the reason why I moved out was I moved out with my girlfriend and her family. Because, very long story short, I'm not gonna get too much into the details of it, but I hate my family. Despise them. I hope the worst for my family and my parents. I hadn't enjoyed being with my parents or my family for years now. I'm talking, I've probably started to really despise my family whenever I was like maybe 13 or 14. Which, yeah, sure, maybe 13, 14, maybe even 15, you could have been like, you know what, nah, man, that was your teen years, you're going through puberty and shit, you don't know what's going on, you're being angsty. But then I went up to like 17 and 18 even, and I still hate my parents, I still hate my family with my entire being, for multiple reasons. I have hated them, right? And it's not like the common shit, like, oh, they're just annoying, like some people say. No, like, I'm talking, they've neglected me for years now. And you're probably also thinking, oh, maybe it's just some simple neglect, nothing that bad. I would probably say not getting me help for an eating disorder that I've had for my entire life would be pretty bad. Just saying. As well as my family also just hated my girlfriend. They didn't like the amount of time I spent with her, or, how much I talked to her and whatnot. Matter of fact, actually, my mother cried to me one time, because she was like, oh, you talk to her way more than you talk to me, I don't feel like you like me no more. Which, again, I'm not going to get too much into the detail, but very short, brief summary is I would talk to my mom, and then she would just ignore me. She'd be on her phone 24/7, right? Again, this has been going on for years. Years, man. I would go up and talk to her about a hobby I'm working on, or a game I'm playing, something that I like. And then she'd be on her phone on Facebook or Candy Crush or some shit, not listening. For years, this has been going on. So a second, I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I give up on trying to talk to her. She cries about it. Anyway, so the point is, multiple things that I have not even mentioned yet had been occurring with me and my family for literal fucking years, maybe even a decade even. So, I don't like my parents for that reason. I'm not going to talk to them. They won't help me with serious conditions of mine. Which I think is a pretty fair thing to fucking say. So, anyway, so resuming back to, the future now. Talking to my girlfriend, I meet her family. They all love me. I love them. Super chill and whatnot. And I'm kind of just detailing everything that's been going on every other day. Like, each day that would happen, I'd call my girlfriend at night and be like, oh, hey, here's what all happened today and whatnot. And so the whole reason why I was moving out anyway, again, besides the whole I hate my family and they're not helping me with anything, so they're kind of just useless, toxic pieces of shit to me. My parents, more specifically my mom, right? She texted me one morning. I had woken up. I sleep with my door locked and shit, right? I woke up at like 1 or 2 p.m. and I had literally gotten a text not even 5 minutes after I had just woken up. And she was like, hey man, I want your phone since you don't want to talk to me no more. Which, how does that make sense? I don't know. God forbid. So she texts me, hey man, I want your phone. Come downstairs with it. I'm going to turn it off and sell it for money. Which, in my head, I'm thinking, no, you can't do that because I have a bunch of photos and videos on my phone, like memories of things that have occurred, right? And I don't have those saved anywhere else except for on my phone. They're not on my laptop for any reason because there's no reason to. There wouldn't be a reason to. I don't have like a cloud storage saved because, again, I wouldn't think I would have to because it's on my phone. Well, then, again, she was like, hey man, I want to sell your phone. Just because I don't talk to her. That's it. Because she's fucking butthurt. Because, sorry that you're not a good mother, I don't have to tell you. And also, I texted her this as well. Like when she texted me this in the morning, I replied. I was like, hey, first off, I have memories on my phone that I don't have saved anywhere, so I kind of want them, which I think is fair, to say, hey, I want to keep these memories I got nowhere else saved, so they're gone. That's kind of upsetting. Pretty fair. As well as my banking information is on there. AKA, you're not turning off my phone. I'm not giving it to you. Plain and simple. So, with the memories on there, my banking information, and just other important, information on my phone, right? Like all my login information, just all kind of different shit, right? It's all on my phone. long story short, you're not taking it. I'm not giving it to you. So I locked myself in my room that entire day, and just hoped she didn't want to come up to my room and knock on it. She didn't, and the following morning, I left the house at like 6 in the morning to pedal bike to my local mall, which was a 4-hour bike ride there and back. So I biked all the way to the mall at 6 in the morning, meaning they wouldn't be awake for work. They wake up at like 7 or 8 a.m. for work. So I left before they were even awake. Biked all the way to the mall, right? And then talked to the guy there that sells phones and whatnot, which is where we got our phones from. I was like, hey dude, I want to buy myself a new phone. I want to set up a new plan with it, the full thing. Move all my shit to this new phone. So the phone's $1,000, right? I had $2,000. So I sunk half my account into this fucking phone because of course I have to. So I get all that shit set up. Everything's there. Everything works. So I now currently have my own phone with my own name on it, paying the bill in my own name. Everything, the whole thing. It's all mine, legally mine. And the bike back home, which by the way, I haven't eaten yet or drank anything. My legs hurt by this point. There's hills everywhere. It's kind of cold outside. So 8 hours of biking up and down hills. And at some points even getting lost because you can't pedal back on a highway. So the back roads that my maps is showing me to go are like, I've never been on them before. I didn't know where I was going. It was just weird. It's off-putting. And also, my bike had like a flat tire almost. So it was a big fucked situation. But I still made it work anyways. I got back home no matter what. And then, this doesn't really matter, but I'm still going to talk about it because I feel like saying this. So, again, I have my own phone. Legally, it's mine. You can't do shit about it no more. So then I reset the old phone, right? Everything on that phone is gone now. I don't need it. So I write down on a piece of paper. It's nighttime at this point, by the way. I write on a piece of paper, here, you can have it. Smiley face, like and then I put it downstairs on the kitchen table for my mother to have. Basically, that's like a, fuck you, have it then. I don't need it, I got my phone now. And I was also already buying my own food and shit because they weren't doing that for me no more. So they were trying to strip away every bit of any power they have with me, and it wasn't working. I bought my own phone, that's legally mine, so there's independence right there. I buy my own food now, that's independence right there. I take care of myself regardless. I make my own food, I do everything myself. I even do my own laundry too. I do everything on my own. Everything in my room, I bought, right? The desk, the chair, the soundproof, all my collectibles, all of my technology and shit I use to make videos and whatnot. Every last thing that is in my room, I bought myself. Everything. So it's not like you can't even okay, well then legally, you're of age, there's something in your room I bought you, I want to take it. No, I bought everything. Everything that they bought, actually, I put up in the attic 'cause I didn't want it no more. Just over the course of time, of course. So you can't take anything. It's all mine. I spent money on every last thing I have. I probably spent almost over $5,000 on the things that I own. I bought everything. So it's not like you can take anything. So they tried and it didn't work. And as well as, again, other tiny itty bitty details that I'm not going to really talk about that just made me want to move out. For an example, I talked to my mother on our way back from work because me and her both worked at the same place that night. She was crying to me. It was like, I hate that you talk to them more. It's upsetting me, blah, blah, blah. Which I told her why I don't talk to her because she doesn't listen to me ever for years on end. And also, I told her about the whole, eating disorder thing, which she tried to fear-monger me out of getting help for my eating disorder. Pretty fair that I am upset about that. So then I talked to her, I'm like, yeah, my girlfriend's family and her, they take that shit seriously. They want to give me help and whatnot. And I talked about, maybe some anxiety that I have and whatnot. And, maybe depression even, things like that. Which she replied, looking at me saying, that's not real. They're making that up. I was in shock. That's whenever I drew the line, yep, I'm cooked, I'm leaving. So, I told my girlfriend all this and whatnot, and they'd already previously, regardless, said, I can move in with them at some point in September or in November and whatnot. So I was moving down with them at some point anyways. But they're, during the whole phone thing, the food thing, and all that shit going on, they said, tell us when it's getting too rough, we'll pick you up and we'll move you down here ourselves. Because again, I'm 18, 19 about, right? So it's not like you legally can't let me move. You can't stop me. It's not like you can't legally let me take my things. You can't. Everything legally, you have to just, oh well. It's not like you can stop me. So I tell them one day, hey man, it's getting too bad out here. And my girlfriend and her brother come up here. They pick me up. I grab all my stuff, and out the door I am. My mother was at work at the time. It was just my stepdad at home, and that was it. So I told him, I was like, hey, I'm leaving. Goodbye. Which he doesn't really know the full story of everything that's been going on between me and my mother. So then I moved down here, and it's been good since. Everything that has happened afterwards doesn't really matter. There's been a couple certain text messages between me and my parents that are shocking to read, but that doesn't really matter because I'm just talking about what's been going on recently. So first off, for a good couple weeks there was me having to deal with my parents and my family and trying to move out and get things settled in my name and shit, So I moved down here, I think March the 29th to be exact. I'm pretty sure it's the day. And I get a job the second day I'm down here, so March 30th. I've had a job since. I've had a job since day 2. So, the job down here, it's good. The people are nice. It's super fucking chill. It's not a corporate job at all. I'm talking like, there's no uniform. Well, some people wear uniforms, most people that work there don't wear it anyways though. So I don't, like, there's been days where I go to work wearing a black t-shirt that I have, just no brand t-shirt and red pajama pants. There's no dress code of what you have to wear, so I can just wear whatever I want, which is always either pajama pants, a black t-shirt, or just sweatpants. And also a black t-shirt or white shirt, whatever. Most jobs don't let you listen to music. My last job working for a store pushing carts, they wouldn't let you have earbuds in. So I'd rather wear a hood to hide the earbuds I had in my ears. At this job, they don't care. You can listen to music freely. Matter of fact, some guys bring in speakers and play music back there. So it's cool. There's no really rules of anything. It's kind of just work. Same thing with even like lunch breaks. There's no like mandated have this break when this. They deadass told me don't even like clock in on the machine saying you're taking a break. Just take it whenever you want for as long as you want. Because people will constantly go in and out for smoke breaks. It doesn't matter. No one cares. So I'll go outside, down the street, sit down, come with my girlfriend for like a good 40 minutes eating my lunch. Come back, no one cares. Literally at my work, as long as I at some point come back, they quite frankly don't care. As long as I get my job done that day, they don't give a shit. So it's cool. It's fucking nice as hell. But now, the bad thing is down here, the cost of living is completely different from back at home. Considering how up north I lived before, like far up north, and now this is like deep south kind of shit. So cost of living is completely different, so you make money, not as much. Like back at home pushing carts, I made $14 an hour. I'd work only 3 days, and all 3 days would be 8-hour shifts. Meaning, I still made good money regardless, right? Down here, I think I make maybe 8 something. I work like 5, and then sometimes, some weeks, I work 7 to 8 days. And I'm still not making enough as I did back home. Which, again, cost of living is different. So that kind of sucks. So that's kind of why I've also not really been posting a lot of videos since I've been here, which I moved here 3 months ago. So that's kind of why, because work has me working like 5 days most times, which my last job didn't, which is why I made so many so often. So down here, I'm working 5 days, sometimes 7 to 8 days a week on occasion. And they have me doing the closing shift most times, so it's not like I have time in the morning when I wake up and whatnot, since I wake up at like 1 p.m. because my job doesn't ever, have me wake up early. Not like my last job where it's a corporate store, so they, open at like 7 a.m., where, I would wake up at 7 a.m. to get there to work at 8 to 3, right? My job, they open way later, right? So it's kind of just, you can do whatever you want the entire previous time. And I stay up with my girlfriend talking to her all night, so I wake up at like 1 p.m., So I only have like the first 3 to 4 hours to do anything, which I don't want to do anything anyways. So the only time I can really record a video is on my 2 days off. Or right now I have 3 days off, because I worked like 6 days or 7 days this week, which I complain about not having enough days off whenever they make me work like 7 to 8 days straight. I even told the manager, I was like, dude, if I literally just had one more day off, I wouldn't care. Because every other time that I'd work 7 to 8 days, I would always call off one of the other days, giving me 3 days off every single time. And I guess they just eventually realized that if they make me have 3 days off, I would come into work every day then, and that is true, I might do. So anyway, point is though, I work a lot more days down here than I did my last job, so I don't got time to do this as often. As well as I just like hanging out with my girlfriend and whatnot most days as well, so I don't really got time for anything else still. But I mean, besides the time limitation that is set on me down here, it's not bad down here, although it's kind of fucking hot. It's up in the mountains, it's fucking hot as hell. It's already reached like 98 degrees, and I haven't seen 98 degrees back home hardly ever at all. So it is hot as hell, man. It's fucking hot. Literal hell and like the way that like Greek gods describe hell. It's not even that hot down there. Like, it's kind of cool. It's hotter up here than it is in hell, man. It's crazy as shit. But yeah, that's kind of been the majority of the time of what's been going on recently. Is kind of just dealing with my family over a course of months and weeks, and trying to like make a secret plan to move out, and again, by the phone, get my own bill set up and whatnot. Just a whole rigmarole of getting things in my own name, so that perhaps in the future my parents can't do anything with any accounts of mine that might be linked to their name. Everything is all in my name. Every last thing is. So they can't take my money on my account. They don't have my card information. All that is just mine. My phone is mine. Just everything is mine. And then I cut off my family. I cut all ties with them. I blocked them on Facebook, Messenger, text messages. They even had an Instagram, kind of. I blocked them on there. I mean, every last social media, I had blocked them on there. I have zero ties with anybody. I don't have any conversations with my parents, with my brother, with any cousins, any aunts of mine, except for one single aunt. And she's been the only one that's like, damn, like, this sucks that this is happening to you and whatnot. And she even agrees that, like, my parents are just insane, kind of. They're crazy for it. So she's been the only one that's actually, like, supportive of, like, you know what, yeah, like, you're on the good side here, and, it sucks that you're going through this, but I'm, happy you're doing better and whatnot and shit. So that's cool. That's great. Now, one thing I'm currently having to do right now is I have to get my ID renewed for the fact that I live down here, because my ID still says I live back at home in Pennsylvania. So if I were to ever be pulled over for some reason by a cop, it's like, oh, hey, you don't live down here? That's weird, right? And to get my ID renewed, I need like 2 proofs of evidence that I live here. So right now, my desk have my work stubs in paper form. And then I think this July the 15th, which right now it is the 9th, the 15th or 16th, something like that, of this July, I am getting my phone bill also in paper form, which will be my 2 forms of proof that I live here. So hopefully, very soon and shortly, I will be able to go to the DMV and get that shit renewed and whatnot, saying that I live here. And then at some point, I don't know when, but I should probably study for the driver's test, because I still haven't done that yet. So I gotta get that done. God knows when I'm gonna do that ever, though. I think that's kind of really all that's been going on recently. I mean, again, I've been trying to make videos, but I just don't got the time. I'm currently reposting my music, because I have my songs posted on my music channel, which it got fucked up. I can't post on it no more. So since I deleted my music on my personal channel, because again I was gonna do the music channel shit, I have to repost everything again, and I'm remaking all the music videos for my music and shit. So that's taking a lot of work. Like just 3 days ago from today, I posted "Fuck Your God" again. I posted "Crush Ya," "Psycho," shit like that, and I made one new song called "You're the One." I still have my other songs to repost regardless. Like this July the 17th, I had to repost "Love You" again. So I'm working on doing that shit again, but that's simply just a game of waiting for the day to happen. Hold on, I'm taking a sip of my Monster. So, that's kind of what's been going on recently. Nothing really that big at all. Besides, tiny little things that aren't important to the story, like such as getting a room. Like for the first 3 months I was living here, I didn't have a room. I had no room at all. And again, that's a big long story of moving things and houses and shit. But I do have a room now. Finally, I do have a room. It's quite nice. I had to get everything set up. I had to rebuild my chair, rebuild my desks. Whenever I was, I had to deconstruct them to have room to move it down here. So I had to rebuild all my furniture in here, and then get a bed and whatnot again, because I didn't bring that with me last time. I didn't bring my closet with me, so I had no closet for a while. So I bought a closet online, and I had a symbol of that. So I have a closet now. And then, of course, I've been again hanging out with my girlfriend and whatnot most days. So we'll go to the mall, we'll go to this, we'll do that and shit. Or I'll play games that she likes. Like she's a big geek, I guess I can call her. I suppose she plays Magic the Gathering, she plays D&D, Baldur's Gate. She's into that kind of shit, and I'm not really into that kind of shit. So in the time being here, she's got me into Magic the Gathering. I have my own deck box. I got a special deck box to hold my cards. I got special dice too. And I'm even collecting figurines now. I got a pop figurine of Chester the Cheetah. And also, it's almost our anniversary. It's our 1 year together anniversary on the 17th, which is the longest relationship I've had so far, which pretty awesome, man. I don't know. I kind of like being loved in a relationship, you know what I mean? It's kind of cool to be, wanted. It's pretty awesome. Unlike my other relationships that did not end up like that at all. And then, what else is there I gotta talk about? Me and my girlfriend are in the currents of, at some point, setting up a plan to get our own apartment, maybe a couple years later. I'm talking maybe, 4 or 5, maybe, not a lot, really. So, that's cool, but again, that's gonna be a while until we can do that and get that done and sort it out and everything. And then years and years down the line, we're gonna move out into a new state. I literally wrote this down on my phone, because me and her were talking about it. And I was telling her, I was like, dude, I'm being that serious. This is an actual plan I want to have. And it's me too. I was like, no, but I'm being serious. So on my phone right now, I have a note called Life Goal. This plan was created Monday, June 24th, 2024 at 9:44 p.m. And it's just our life plan of what job she wants to do, what I'm going to do, the house we're going to get, the apartment that we're going to move into to save money for, how much time it's going to take until we get the other apartment that we want to move into, which is states away. It's just one big life plan of what we want to do. I haven't played any video games in 2 years now. You think I'm joking? I'm not. I haven't touched a single video game. I'm not counting the 2 games I got on my phone. I'm talking console or PC or anything like that. I haven't played a game in 2 years, maybe even 3 or 4 years now. And the last time I did play any games, it was on an Xbox, so I like Xbox stuff. And I'm getting back into gaming again. Finally, I'm getting back into it. this upcoming Friday, right now it is Tuesday, this upcoming Friday when I get paid, I'm getting the new Xbox X, and I'm gonna buy a couple of games that I played, 4 years ago now. I want to replay again, right? I want to get Risk of Rain 2, love that game, Left 4 Dead 1 and Left 4 Dead 2, love those games, Skyrim Elder Scrolls 5, Minecraft, Terraria, I love Terraria more than Minecraft actually. I loved Overwatch, and Fallout 3, not 4. I don't fuck with number 4. I don't know. I just like 3 more. And then my girlfriend, her Xbox One's in my room, and Xbox One can't run Baldur's Gate, and she loves Baldur's Gate. So that's kind of why I'm also getting the X1, so she can play Baldur's Gate while I'm at work and whatnot. Because she'll be in my room most days and do whatever, because I don't care. So I'm also going to get Baldur's Gate. But I mean, there's that's happening. If it's nice outside tomorrow, because again I'm off today and tomorrow, I was off yesterday as well, we might go for a little date to town, maybe, perhaps. I've been playing Stardew Valley, which I have on my laptop. I've been playing it again, because the last time I played Stardew was like, fucking, I don't know, 7 months ago, I think. That's been a while. And I did enjoy it. I mean, I don't probably enjoy it as much as my girlfriend does. She's been playing that game for like 5 fucking years, I swear to God. I've not been playing it that long at all. So I don't, I'm not into the fucking Stardew Valley lore and shit. I don't really give a fuck, honestly. I'm currently trying to romance Abigail and marry her. I love Abigail. She's my whole life and heart. So there's that. That's going on and shit. There's not really much else to really talk about, really. I mean, there's been tiny little dates that me and my girl have been going on and shit like that. Or really here shortly soon, we're gonna go to a Renaissance fair where people role play as like medieval knights and Vikings and wizards and all kind of shit. It's really awesome. I'm probably gonna record that for a video, which we're gonna go on the 20th of July. So that's probably gonna be, here shortly. So that's gonna be pretty fun to go to. As well as in October, we're going to go to a scare house, which I'm not really too excited for, because I went to one last October whenever I was doing my weekly visits every so often. I didn't really enjoy it. I was jump scared every second, because that's kind of the whole point of a scare house, is to get jump scares, and there's loud noises everywhere, and some rooms have flashing lights that I can't see anything in. So not too excited about the scare house thing exactly. I don't fuck with scare houses. I don't like being jump scared. But overall, that's kind of the big topic things that I want to talk about. I made this exact same audio yesterday, July the 8th, and I deleted it. It was like an hour long. But the thing was, though, I didn't really talk exactly about what's been going on recently like I said I was going to. It was more of a rant about what my parents and family had to make me go through, really. Which I did talk about here, but I kept it brief, and I still talked about, everything else afterwards, and what I've been doing since I've been here. Well, last one, I didn't really do that. It was more of a rant. So I had to delete it again. So that's probably why this audio is only so far about 33 minutes and 58 seconds long. So that's kind of why this one's probably going to be shorter. There's no way I'm going to talk for an hour, which I was hoping to, but whatever. 30 minutes is fine enough as it is. I got what I needed to say out of it, so it's fine. But yeah, that's kind of everything I gotta say. I know I said that a couple of times in the time I've been talking, but this time I mean it. That is genuinely all that I really have to say. That's kind of the update here. That's been everything. Again, there's tiny, itty bitty little details I can give you. Like, maybe the first, 20 days I was here. So like April the 25th or something like that. The NPCs called me on my phone when me and my girlfriend were outside sitting and chatting. And they're like, yo, Ray, what's going on? And I was like, just outside, talking to my woman here. That's really it. And I got her to talk to them, because she's always wanted to talk to them and see what they're like and shit, so got her a taste of the NPCs, which she was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, they're a different bunch, I tell you what. So things like that. Again, just little walks and shit, but nothing major, nothing important that really is of mention, really, at all. So, yeah, man, I don't know. Pretty cool. Here's one last thing I can tell you. I'm only gonna really say it, because I know my girlfriend probably wants me to say it. She'd be happy if I did say it. Our 1 year anniversary together is this 17th of July. And so we got gifts for each other. I got her a Stardew Valley starter home Lego set. I tell you what, she enjoyed that shit. And then for me, she got me a pair of running shoes, because every pair I wear ends up burning the sole into it, because I run so often in the heat, and the asphalt burns the shoes. So she got me a really nice pair of running shoes that I can turn on. Like, they have lights underneath it. It's not like the other shoes you buy at stores where like you run on them and each step you take it lights up. No, there's a button on them. I can turn them on and it'll stay on, like just green or just red or just blue. There's different color modes, and then there's even like flashing lights and shit. Like, there's RGB lights in the fucking shoes. It is so damn cool. I love these things. And I think that's it. That's like the one last thing I can really say. So, yeah, that's kind of it. I'm just sitting here at my desk, drinking a Monster, 0 sugar, because I haven't had one in a while now. But like I said, I think that's all I had to say. It's been 36 minutes and 57 seconds now. I am hungry as shit, and I want some food, so I'm gonna go ahead and very politely ask my woman, hey, can you make me dinner? I'm hungry. Because I haven't ate yet, and it's 5:30 p.m. So, I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. So, this audio should be probably out today. I'm probably gonna post it literally today. For example, it's 5:30 p.m. July 9th. I'm probably gonna quickly snip in, some calming music in the background and have this posted probably, if I get it edited, I guess, before I go outside in the living room to ask my woman to make me food, it should be posted before 6 p.m. Minimum before 6 p.m. of today. And that's also if I don't forget about the audio as well. So, I truly hope you've enjoyed, and I guess I'll hopefully see you with the next video I'll make, which I don't know what that's going to be. I don't have any video ideas right now written down in a phone or anything like that. So, God forbid when I see you again, but hopefully it won't be too much more longer. Again, there will 100% be a video near the 20th of July, which I know is kind of a couple of days away now, but just saying, like, there will be a video 100%. There will be a video guaranteed. So, regardless, I hope you've enjoyed this audio, and, I hope that, like, you thought this shit was interesting. I know to me it was. There's a lot of shit happening in this short span of time, So, yeah, it's been crazy, man. Life's been real crazy recently. It's been real. But, like I said, though, I pinky promise this is the last time I'm gonna say it now. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and hopefully I'll see you with the next one, hopefully soon. Peace.